Welcome to HWA Wrestling. Today we have highlights of the big Dayton show. 2 new champions were crowned, a surprise defection from the HWA to Team W.C.W. Invasion, and a lot of action. I'm your host, Les Thatcher, and with me, OVW matchmaker Jim Cornette.
Thank you, Les, and along with the Dayton highlights, tonight I'll be interviewing the W.C.W. mouthpiece Mike Sanders with some big announcements. We'll also get our first look at the Ice Cream Man, Tony B. And now let's go to the ring and see the Americanized version of Hayashi and Yang taking on the team of Shark Boy and Pepper Parks.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a tag team match. Introducing first, representing the HWA from Buffalo, New York, with his manager, Brock Guffman, Pepper Parks. And his partner, hailing from 20,000 leagues under the sea, Shark Boy. And their opponents.
Well, Les, the introduction of Shark Boy and Pepper Parks here, and we saw this debauchery last week. And it looks like we're going to be subjected to it again.
Yes, we are.
Tiger Hung Low from Japan has made Jimmy Yang and Kaz Hayashi more marketable in his own fashion. Let's go to Haas for the official introduction of the Japanese version of the Beverly Hillbillies.
And now, representing WCW, hailing from Seoul, Korea, he is Jimmy Yang. And his partner, from Tokyo, Japan, Kaz Hayashi.
And look here, you know, Kaz has a couple of the dance steps down. He was just showing him here just a moment ago. So
I think it could have been accidental, Les, because you know what they say, sooner or later even a blind squirrel will find a nut. And in this case now, as we said, Tiger Hung Low from the Japanese booking office trying to make his countrymen more marketable in the HWA, and this is his idea of it. Les, did you ever feel like Oliver Wendell Douglas on the set of Green Acres?
Yes, and this would be the time. You know, there Shark Boy knocked Kaz's hat off. Kaz took exception to that, single-legged him, and now we've got action.
Well, there's Hayashi now, just ducked under, knife-edge chop, and opening up on Shark Boy. And of course, last week the square dancing cost him a fall, but the team of Hayashi and Yang opening up strong here in this one. But Shark Boy, oh, wait a minute! Shark Boy, he's got fangs! Hayashi down on the floor, Shark over the top, and just squished his man.
And they don't do this on Green Acres. Right now, Shark rolls Hayashi back into the ring. Yang trying to get a kick at Shark Boy, couldn't get him. The tag is made. Pepper Parks moves in. Parks now to the second rope, comes off, working on the arm. So we are settling in now. It appears that Parks and Shark Boy are going to work on the arm. Up, going for the suplex, up and over as Kaz switches Pepper in behind. Kaz hits the ropes. Pepper grabs the arm, reverse on the whip, ducks the clothesline.
Wow!
Yo!
There, action so fast, but Pepper Parks comes out on top of a drop toe hold, stops his forward momentum. And now Hayashi, a little yippee-ki-yay. Parks shows you what he thinks about that. Over the knee, spinning tilt-a-whirl backbreaker with Shark Boy and Pepper Parks, Les, as you know, both of them. Former HWA Cruiserweight champions. Wait a minute, lateral press, count of 2. Wait a minute, trying to stick Parks there, but he couldn't make it stick. Shark Boy and Parks, both former Cruiserweight champions. They're making a strong tag team combination, and obviously a win over Yang and Hayashi here would propel them on to even greater status in the tag team rankings.
And you know, I don't know if the new Americanized version of Yang and Hayashi are selling any more T-shirts or merchandise, but you know, it hasn't helped their won and loss record, Jim.
Well, now Shark Boy in, punches, drop kicks to both Yang and Hayashi. And Pepper Parks getting a bit of respite out on the apron. Parks did a great job as referee in that Cruiserweight title match with Noble and Stryker. We'll see that when we see the highlights from Dayton later on in the program. But right now, Shark Boy single-handedly, as he usually does, taking apart Yang and Hayashi here. And now backs Hayashi into the corner, and he's unloading.
And now he's getting the shark bite. Arm whips him cross ring. Hayashi hits the buckle. Yang happens to be in the way. Shark grabs him, whips him in.
Wow.
He comes up off. Actually using Kaz as a springboard, comes back and hits Shark with the leg whip.
Well, Hayashi sacrificed his partner's well-being there to stop his momentum. And now, my God, a double sky-high-like maneuver to Pepper Parks, double hip toss into I don't know what it was. It was it certainly wasn't a sideways left-handed schoolboy. I know that, but
wait a minute. And when I think they should be trying to pin somebody, they're not going to dance again, are they?
Yang and Hayashi had both Parks and Shark Boy at a disadvantage, and this is basically plain ignorance on the part of Yang and Hayashi, who couldn't beat Cream with an outboard motor, much less beat a tag team with a strategy like that.
Shark Boy going for the Dead Sea Drop, and Pepper diving off with that deck breaker, and we get a double 3 count. And once again, Hayashi and Yang in a position maybe to win this thing, and they decide to go into a square dance. We're not sure how marketable straw hats and bibbed overalls make Hayashi and Yang, but it does nothing for their win record, Jim.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll go along with that, folks. We'll be back with the highlights from the Montgomery County Fairgrounds Coliseum, the debut of the HWA in Dayton, right after.